What's up, YouTube? We back with another video today. I'm gonna be putting BBK long tube headers on my 5.7 Chrysler 300. It is a 2015. It's all stock right now. I still got factory mufflers and everything, so we're going straight from that, straight to long tube headers, straight with no cats. And I am doing catless mid pipes. It's these right here. They got the O2 sensor, and then they 3-inch, and they bolt right up to the header. These was only like $120 online because I didn't want the high flow cats. I wanted catless, so I got these, and then I'm gonna just weld my exhaust straight off of this. And then I bought these headers off Marketplace, so it ain't come like the whole kit with everything that you need type shit. So it came with the factory hardware that BBK sends for the header bolts, which I'm not using none of this. I'm not using these. And I recommend do not use these. They are trash. They're gonna leak in a couple weeks after you install them, so don't use them. What I did instead is I just went back on Mopar's website. I'll put the links and the part numbers and everything in the description, but these factory OEM manifold gaskets. So these ones I went with brand new. I got right and left. And then BBK also sells O2 extensions, but they high. And Amazon had these, and I mean, it's all the same thing. All it is an extension for an O2 wire. So I got two, I think these like two 12-inch ones, and then it came with two 24-inch ones for the ones that go back to the mid pipes. So we really doing a live review on these hoes because I ain't never used them, and we gonna see how they work. So I'll let y'all know. And then header bolt, like I said, I'm not using BBK's supplied hardware or whatever. I did some looking around and I found these online. They self-locking bolts, and I think they stainless, so they ain't gonna rust. But basically, hold on, it's got these little snap rings, these little things, and so once you tighten it on there, that snap ring go in that groove, and it keeps the nut from backing off. So that's what we're gonna do as far as that. And then, like I said, I got these. They call them like glass tubes or something, but they basically mid pipes that you just weld off of. So the only hardware I'm using from BBK is the hardware that go from the collector to the mid pipe, and then, you know, the nuts and the washers, of course. But these the headers. I know BBK ain't really just the best of the best, but we on a budget, so this is what we got to work with. And we got these. This without the mid pipe, I ain't put it on yet. But like I said, I put some headers on my Corvette. I had a C6, and it was real easy. So I'm hoping this ain't gonna be too hard. You know how the Mopars is. But and then really, I'm doing all this in my garage. Like y'all can see all this shit. All this, I mean, it's just a garage. I got some basic tools over there, and then, you know, a little workbench. I got my jack stands, and we're gonna get into it and see what we can figure out. Like I said, this is my first time doing it on a Mopar, so we just gonna kind of learn as we go. I'm gonna try and record as much as I can, get the best angles and the best like shots and stuff, so y'all can really see what I'm doing. So far, based off the videos I've watched, most of them have been on Chargers, but you know, that's the same thing as a Chrysler, so I know for a fact I'm gonna have to drop the steering shaft or steering column, but it's just only one bolt and then pop out, so that ain't nothing. And then some people are removing the motor mounts, and that's not a big deal either. It's only 3 bolts. I done replaced both of my motor mounts not too long ago anyway, so I already know how that go. So if we gotta do that, we will, but I'm gonna try and do the least amount of teardown as possible so that it's a lot easier going back together. And then, but like I said, I've even seen people go as far as dropping the whole front cradle, like the whole subframe in the front, suspension, all that. So hopefully we don't gotta do all that. And then, so I'm gonna pull it in. I'm gonna get, I guess, some cold start. I mean, not cold start because the car already warm, but I'm gonna get some before shots or whatever, because it's, like I said, it's bone stock, like factory everything, cats, factory mufflers, factory resonators, all that. So I'm gonna get some factory sound clips of that, which I ain't gonna spend too much time doing that because nobody really cares. It just sound like a regular, it sound like any other factory car. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna pull it in the garage, and we're gonna get to work. All right, so we got it on jack stands. Really the first thing I'm gonna do is start disconnecting the mid pipes that go from the headers. They bolt up to the headers right at the cats, and they go to about like right here. I'm gonna disconnect those. It should just be like some clamps and then the collector deals. And honestly, like you can see on these Hemis, bro, it's really no access to none of the headers from the top side, even with the engine cover off. I've seen people remove the intake box and this radiator reservoir, but I really ain't trying to do all that. So I think most of the work gonna be done up under the car. So if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to try and I got it up as high. That's not as high as them jack stands will go, but I don't think I wanna go much higher. I will if I had to though. So if you had a lift, this would be a whole lot easier, but you know, we working with what we got, so. But these the mid pipes I'm talking about. So you got that connection right there. You just take that, loosen that nut, and then they go all the way to right there. Let me get a light. Hold on. Here. So you got that bolt right there, and that one right behind that steering shaft. And you got the same thing over here. Right there. So once you get those off, that mid pipe will come out, and then you can have better access to get into the header bolts and stuff. So all right, we got both mid pipes off, and earlier I was talking about these O2 extensions that I got off Amazon, if they was gonna work, and they do work, so that's good. And so right now I just got some WD-40 soaking on these O2 sensors so that they can come out easy. And I did go ahead and mark these driver side and then passenger side, because you can't get them mixed up. So be sure and do that. And then the other O2 sensors that are upstream, they're still on the manifolds. But I didn't really record taking the mid pipes out because it's really just, like I said, it's those two clamps right there. And then it's the two bolts. This is the driver side, by the way. It's the two nuts coming off the manifold right there and right there. And that's your second O2 sensor, or really your first O2 sensor. And so far I haven't had to take anything off. Once you got the mid pipes off on both sides, we're on the passenger side right now. You gotta take this heat shield off. It should be them 4 10mm bolts right here. And then you'll get access to the actual header bolts. And I already got this side off. You can see all the header bolts. I sprayed them with some WD-40, hopefully to loosen them up some. But, all right, y'all. So I finally got them heat shields off. They kind of a pain, but it's only 4 10mm bolts that hold the heat shield. There's one here. It's on each outside corner of the header. So there, and then on the other end. So now that them is off, we can get to these. It look like these two different sizes, so I'm gonna have to see. That look like a 10, that's probably like a 12 or something. So I went ahead and disconnected my first O2 sensor, so I ain't gotta worry about that. And then also, when y'all get into them bolts on the passenger side for the heat shields, I don't know if you really had to, but I did because it was easier. This oil dipstick right here, it pops out. And I just kind of popped it out so I could move it around so I could get to that heat shield bolt right there. Because before it was like right in front of it, I couldn't get my wrench in there. So you just got to pull on it with a little bit of pressure and it'll pop out. And then to put it back in, you just shove it back in there like that. And then, so I guess we'll start working on getting these header bolts out. All right, so I'm on the driver's side header. Most of these are pretty simple to get to, especially, you know, once you remove the heat shield. This one's, damn. It's a 15, nah, a 13, I'm tripping. These outside ones gonna be 13. They gonna look like this. They like studs. So these 13s, and then the ones all in the middle, right there where that socket at, and this one, they all 10s. And this one's probably the hardest one to get to. It's right up under that motor mount, or really, yeah, it's right up under the motor. I mean, above the motor. So that's probably the part where people say you gotta remove the motor mount and jack the engine up, but I was able to get it broke loose with a long extension and just like a whole assortment of swivels and all kinds of shit. So just remember that. Make sure you got some swivels and extensions, because you're going to have to play around with it and find out whatever works best. But that's where we at so far. I ain't recording a whole lot because it's hard. I barely got enough room up under here myself. And then, so it's hard to set up the camera and get angles, but I'm trying to update y'all for every step. So like I said, right now I'm just taking these header bolts out. I got them 2 studs on the front side of the headers off. Now I gotta take those 2 and then these middle ones down here off. All right, so I got the passenger side, driver side manifold, factory manifold off. It's really hard to record doing this because the angles you gotta get to even get to the nuts is hard enough, much less trying to see where you can get the camera angle at. So on the top middle 2 bolts on the headers, this the driver's side. So I had to come in through, I had to reach my hand in through right there to get up in there. And I had to use, like I said earlier, like 3 extensions and some swivels and all kinds of stuff. So it's possible. And I was able to get it out. I didn't have to take nothing off. I didn't have to take the motor mount off. I didn't have to take that steering shaft out, none of that. So I might have to take it out to put the long tubes on, but we're gonna have to see. I'll update y'all whenever I start to put them back in there. But as far as coming out, I didn't have to do nothing. Just take the bolts out and they come right out. So now we're gonna bolt these up. I'm probably gonna do one side at a time. So I took the driver's side off. So I'm gonna put the driver's side long tube on, and then we'll go from there. And like I said, I got these O2 sensors soaking with WD-40. I still need to spray this one so that they come out easy, because I'm gonna screw those in before we put the headers on. So that's next. So I had these sensors soaking for a little bit with WD. It's a 22 millimeter for the O2s, at least on the header side. I think it's the same on the cats too. So just gonna break these loose. That's probably not the best way to do that, but I don't got nobody else to hold the header on the ground while I hit it, so whatever works. That's one. And like I said, you got to keep these, passenger with passenger, driver side with driver side. So just remember that. Now get that other header over here. That should just screw right in there. And then, like I said, this is the one this sensor came off the factory manifold side, so it's gonna go up the closest to the header, so on here. And then the one on the cat is gonna go into the mid pipe. So got that on there. Make sure it's on there good, because these can cause exhaust leaks too. So next, we're gonna get them gaskets on these. These are 2 part numbers. This is a a 496 AA, and this is a 495 AA. So the 495 is your left side, so that's driver side. The 496 is right side, so that's passenger side. So don't get those mixed up. So we doing driver side, so we need a 495. Just like that. You can see they line up pretty good. All the holes line up. So yeah. Now we'll go ahead and put on these mid pipes while they're off the car, because I feel like it'll probably be easier. So that's what we're gonna do first. And so on these, at least on the BBKs, this part is threaded on this coupler thing. And these studs that it came with, it's a short end and a long end. So I'm thinking the short end go this way. And just thread that up. And so once those are threaded up, this goes, and this is a perfect fit on these. So that'll go like that. Run that up. And you can see now, I'll just suck that down. I might go a few more threads in. I just need to give myself enough slack on this side to be able to run up these nuts far enough up on there. But I could probably go, I got it ran all the way up to where it's flush. But I might run up, turn it up some more, so. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's got more than enough threads in through, so it shouldn't be a problem. I just wanna make sure I don't gotta pull that off. Just do a washer. Yeah. Right here. And then you'll I'm gonna leave this a little bit loose, I guess, so I can position this mid pipe to where the O2 sensor is pointing the right direction, because I don't want it pointing down or pointing, you know, to the side too much to where you can see it from the bottom of the car. So, but this is the stack up. You got your stud, short end of the threads go through the header side, long side come through there. You got a flat washer, a lock washer, and then your nut. So this is the mid pipe O2 sensor. So it's gonna go right here. Like I said, once we get them up under there, I can loosen this a little bit and turn the mid pipe and adjust where I want the O2 sensor to be at. But that's the setup right there. We got the headers, mid pipe, both O2 sensors, and then we'll plug up the extensions once we get them on. So we'll see what we can do after that. Alright, so I got them up there. This one's got all the bolts in it. They just not all the way tight yet. And that one, I've got 7 out of the 8 bolts in it. It's one of them that's real hard to get to. And really the hardest part so far is what I'm doing right now, which is trying to get them tight. I can get them in there with my fingers and stuff, but trying to get a ratchet on there square enough so I can get them real tight to keep them from coming loose. That's the hardest part. I've been at it for about 2 hours, but it's slowly getting there. And even though I don't know why, but on most videos everybody's having to remove the steering column, I didn't have to move it to take the factory ones out or put the new ones in. I haven't had to take anything out. The motor mount's still in, the steering thing still in, so you can definitely do it. And I mean, it wasn't even a struggle. They went right up in there without rubbing or nothing, so it'll save you a little bit of work if you don't do that. So I'm gonna just get them all tightened up and then run my mid pipes off of here and then button up all my O2 wires and stuff like that, and we'll be done. Alright, I finally got everything on and bolted up, tightened. Driver's side and passenger side. I really couldn't record much because as you can see, it's already dark outside. I've been at it all day and it was pretty rough, not gonna lie. It was 2 bolts that was getting me. It was on this passenger side. It's the third one on the top, or the third one, or it's right in the middle really. Because the passenger side also, if y'all didn't know, it has 9 header bolts. Driver's side has 8. And that top one, it's like right in between, like it's a tube going right past where the bolt is. So I had to use a swivel and like a real small, short socket. And a ratchet wrench too. So if you have those, that'll be good. But I couldn't record as good as I wanted to. So this probably ain't gonna be that good of a tutorial, but maybe somebody can watch and learn a little something from it, I don't know. But they all on there. So I'm gonna set the camera up this time. And I had the camera set up when I was putting the headers on, but it kept falling and I kept getting in the way and all kinds of stuff. I wasn't trying to, I was too busy trying to get the headers on and worry about the camera angle, so that's my fault. But I'm gonna set the camera up. We're gonna put my last mid pipe on over here, run my O2 extensions, and then we'll be done until we go to the muffler shop. And like I said, everything's still factory. For right now, I'm gonna use the factory X pipe. Later on, I'll probably switch to an aftermarket one. I might even switch to an H pipe, but because they say X pipe's more raspy, so I want to see how raspy it is first, and then I'll get an H pipe maybe to clean up the tone a little bit. But yeah. All right, got my mid pipes on. Got both O2 sensors done. I ran my wire. I got the extensions up there. I just kind of zip tied it around. And like this side, I zip tied it right there. And then I zip tied them using that factory mount wire loom holder thing. So that should be all good. And then we'll have to take it to the exhaust shop probably tomorrow so that they can come off of here and bend it and then go back the way the normal pipe runs, and then delete those mufflers and delete the resonators in the back. We'll be done, but that's it. All right, y'all, so it's day 3 of the exhaust work. I'm about to head to the exhaust shop. It's about 15 minutes away from my house, and have him finish running the rest of my straight pipe and then welding on my 5-inch tips. These are the tips I had got. I got them from Amazon. They had a chrome option, and they called it black chrome, but it's basically just gloss black. But they 3-inch to 5-inch tips, and the chrome black, like I said, black chrome. I'll put the link in the description of these as well. So we got 2 of those, and as y'all can see, it's raining, but it's going to be all right. It's just a little water. And I got my homeboy Money, he pulling up. We meeting at the gas station up the road, so he gonna meet me down there because I probably have to drop my car off. And so I'll fuck with y'all when we get back in the car. We'll do a little cold start. Right in the middle, so it's bad, real bad. let me at least get my pipes on before I get to wrecking some shit. Ooh, it stink, boy. We gonna keep, see, I don't know, like all day yesterday, which I ain't driving a whole lot, but my check engine light was on, which I figured cause my, you know, I don't got no cats. But it's off today. So I don't know what happened. I ain't mad at you though. We good, for sure. But I'll hit y'all when we get to the exhaust shop. Back from the exhaust shop. You can see in there. Got them all on. You really can't see, but I'm gonna get up under here and show y'all how they ran everything. Mid pipe here, where they clamp together right here. Downstream or second O2 sensors, and then they custom made this bend part because, you know, the mid pipes just cut off right here, so they had to bend this and they connected it right here to the factory exhaust. Factory X pipe goes all the way back. Mid muffler delete, you can see where the new pipe is right here, and then in the back by the tips is the rear muffler delete. So it's just full straight pipe all the way back. But I'll get everything back. I'm gonna get the rest of these O2 sensors tightened up and everything, and then I'll get some audio clips and everything for some drive-bys, some pulls, all that good stuff. So y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, so everything done, exhaust wires on the car, and y'all can probably tell it's been probably a month and a half, 2 months since I've had everything done, and you can tell I've already done a Viper hood, got it painted, and my headlight brows, my chrome delete on the bumper, the mirrors, the window chrome delete, tire markers. I did all kinds of stuff since then. And there will be videos on the taillight tint, the chrome delete, the rear diffuser back there, and little stuff like that. So those videos will be coming out next. But I'm gonna get somewhat of a cold start. It's still like 60 degrees. It ain't really cold for real, but it ain't been started in about 2 days. So let's see what it sounds like. Pretty loud, I ain't gonna lie, but that's only like a 2K RPM rev because I'm in my neighborhood and it's kind of early, so I don't want to piss nobody off. I'm gonna get out on the road somewhere and I'm gonna try and get some drive-bys and set up my phone and then get some better revs and stuff like that for y'all. So, and luckily, like I had a 2011 Chrysler 5.7. And all I had was gutted cats and straight pipes. And the drone was terrible, fool. Like, it was so bad, especially at like 50, 60 miles an hour. But this, it ain't bad at all. I mean, there's really no drone whatsoever at any speed. So that's good. But this is regular driving. Windows down. I can make it like to where like if I hold it at the right RPM, it clap, pause. But that's only if I try to. Like just regular driving, it ain't no drone or nothing. So. On the inside, but on the outside is where it's loud. Like I don't even realize how loud it is because I'm always the one driving it, but it's most definitely loud. So I'm gonna get on this road right here. We in third gear, so like a 3/4 throttle pull. That ain't all the way to the floor. So I don't know how good y'all gonna be able to hear it from the inside anyway. But I'm gonna get to where we going, and I'm gonna try and set my phone up on the outside and get some revs, and maybe like a flyby. I need somebody else to record so that when I pass by, they can pan the camera. But I don't got nobody to record with me right now, so it's just gonna be a static flyby type shit. But once we get there, I'll pick the camera back up. So right now I'm gonna get some revs. This little spot we got out here, they just had the city or whatever that just mowed, so my shit got grass all over it, so don't mind all that. But let's set y'all up. Rev it a couple times. Don't sound good on camera because it's loud as hell, so it's probably distorting the mic. But I can rev it on the inside so y'all can see what it sounds like. It ain't super loud from the inside. It ain't nothing too crazy on the inside, but Alright y'all, that's really all the clips I got, like sound clip wise. So that's pretty much the end of the video. But shit, y'all stay tuned, cause I do already got my tune and everything put on here too, but I made a separate video for that. So y'all be looking out for that video to drop. I did a pot tune. I'll show y'all real quick, just a little sneak peek. So y'all stay tuned for that video. It should be dropping next. Probably not next. I'm gonna drop my chrome delete install and my tail light tint diffuser. All them videos gonna drop next, and then my tune, the unlock PCM. But yeah, that's the end of the header install video, man. I appreciate y'all watching. Shit, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next videos. And I see y'all at the next one.